Over the past couple of classes, we have been discussing whether or not we should leave Confederate monuments up or take them down. In this next clip, I'll show you a couple and their opinion. The monument we interviewed people in front of showed Confederate soldiers on top, and on the four sides of the lower part of the monument showed all of the areas where battles were fought during the Civil War.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's disingenuous because it's empowering. Like during that era, if I see most of these statues, Confederate statues, European, I call them European, but not white. That's what we're starting to go to. So European, because that's where they came from, Europe.
Right.
All the people came from Europe. So the European, if a child, when it sees a positive image of all these positive things that it did, and it sees, most of us see color. That's the first thing you taught in school, you taught in grammar, you taught color. So they see that color. Make a long story short, it empowers that people. But now the other people who were on the other side of that coin, who had ancestors who were slaves, they're going to equate that figure to slavery. So therefore, it's going to put them more in a negative consciousness as opposed to a positive. Whereas if I'm a European and I see a European, he did all these great things, it's going to empower me to do more.
Right.
Kind of like the Barack Obama thing. It empowered more people of color when he became president.
No,
So-
all the colored people came out to vote.
Exactly.
Because I had never voted
See,
before until he
so
came out.
that's what.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
crazy, right?
Yeah.
A lot of my friends, we all came out to vote. We was like, this is going to be our movement, this is going to be our change. And then I didn't vote the next year for him. I didn't
Totally
vote the first time
disregard
for him, but
that.
I didn't vote for him the second time. So I was like, okay.
So the Confederate monuments only age to the racism in this country. And what's happened is it created what I call a paradigm. The paradigm that it created is if you take them down now, it's going to escalate racism. So it created more racism, and if it's taken down, it's going to escalate. So it's like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Right.
In this next clip, I'll talk about the solution idea that Jada and I both had.
So one of our proposals to that is that if we take down the monuments, is it still effective if we preserve their history by putting it in a museum rather than leaving it up in a public accommodation such as like now, like in a park or something? Do you think that's a good solution?
That's a great solution. I mean, me personally, you know, let's say that I have a museum. On one side, I have pre-colonial.
Right.
On the other side, I have colonial. Now I have the truth. I have what it was, and I have what it is.
Right.
And you're not leaving anything out.
You're not
You're
giving
telling the whole
favoritism
story.
towards one. Yeah.
Because George Washington wasn't the first president. John Hanson was.
Really?
Yes, he was black.
Don't let him get you started on
But
that.
don't. It was seven
Just
presidents.
do your homework on that one. Yeah.
It was 7 presidents
Right.
before George Washington.
Really?
But in school, they only teach you about
Because they were
crazy.
It
black.
started George Washington.
Because they were black. Yeah.
Because he was black.
So that was a
Thomas,
lot of
Thomas Jefferson was half black.
I heard about that.
What I learned from this experience is that a lot of people have many different ideas, but a lot of these people have the same idea. Obviously, their differences were believing that the monument should stay up or if they should be taken down. But a similarity they both had was the fact that there's history to be reminded, and that's something that we shouldn't completely erase. The people who believed they should still stay up said there's history and this is what America was built on. And if we take these down, we're erasing the history that these statues provide. Which makes sense, but we're not telling the whole history. And hearing viewpoints of the people who believe they should be taken down or at least be put in a museum state that it wouldn't be bad for these monuments to be up if they told the whole truth. Most of the stories told in America are from a one-sided viewpoint. And it's not history if we're not telling both sides of the story.